Any specific ones that I'm going to screw up the first time around with no one showing me the way?
Yes.
All right, today we're talking about Old Toccoa Farm, which is a semi-private golf course up in North Georgia. Of course, the Strap Boys would let you know that also means semi-public. Number one, where is this course? Old Toccoa Farm is in Blue Ridge, Georgia, which is about 100 miles straight north of Atlanta. It's kind of a gorgeous, quaint little vacation town up in the mountains.
Blue Ridge is a big tourist destination for Atlanta and Florida, and people wanting to get out of the heat, they come up here to the mountains.
Number two, what is the history of this golf course? So it opened last year as part of a kind of a planned residential community. It was built by Bunker Hill Golf, which is the company founded by Dave Axland and Dan Proctor, and also features some shaping work by Jack Dredla. If you're not familiar with these names, they've worked on a ton of golf courses that you have heard of for Bill Corr and Ben Crenshaw, places like Sandhills, Bandon Trails, Lost Farm, Cabot Cliffs. They're not lightweights, these gentlemen. And as soon as you get there, you can kind of see that influence. I mean, the bunkering, the just kind of general overall aesthetic just feels like you took a Corr and Crenshaw course and put it onto a little bit more severe topography up in the mountains.
It's kind of a hybrid of a link style course along the river, and then as the property goes up in elevation, the holes go up into the draws, and then you have several holes that take you from going up into the draws to the hilltops back down to the lower areas of the course. And so it is a total mix.
I do think the golf course probably plays a little bit harder than some of those courses we mentioned, just because of the setting and because of, the principles of mountain golf, but we'll get to that in a minute. I have no idea how far that ball went. Number three, what did you think of the golf course? It was wild. You could tell, it was designed with strategy in mind, kind of at every turn. All right, third hole. It's only like 320 from this tee box. We're gonna see where that pin is jammed way front right. So if you wanna have any angle to try to get it close, you've gotta hug that left side, which means hitting a draw.
You are able to hit a draw. You get kind of the line of charm. You got a nice little peek at the flagstick.
I did not hit a draw. So let's go see where my ball ended up. What kind of look we have. Literally just 20 yards away.
A whole lot of nothing.
It's not a long course, but it's not an easy course. And so it's really important that you play the right club as you get to the tee box, because that's going to set you up for the next part of the hole.
A lot of short par fours, drivable par fours, reachable par fives, but even because of that, I felt like I was on defense the entire time. A hole like number four is this downhill drivable par four, bunker in the middle of the fairway, where I stood on the tee for probably 30 seconds with kind of like a mid iron in one hand and a driver in the other hand. It's only 287, but it would be my first driver of the day. You got the little pond welcoming the wipey fade down there. I don't care. I'm hitting 6 iron off the tee. I don't care. A lot of 4 irons, 5 irons off tees. Really trying to hit not only the fairway, but the right spot on the fairway, because there were a ton of blind shots. And so I didn't hit driver until finally kind of the bombs away, par 4, 6th. I think the comp that a lot of people make is Tobacco Road, and you can see that that's pretty obvious just with how visually intimidating and visually severe all the different shots are around there. But the biggest difference I saw is that at a place like Tobacco Road, there's almost always more room than it looks like. Whereas at Old Toccoa Farm, I thought you're probably living a lot closer to that edge. If a shot looks really hard, oftentimes it is really hard, and if you miss the line, you might be losing a golf ball.
If you get out of the fairway, you're kind of in jail. And so we're trying to soften some of those areas up, because a lot of our players are higher handicap players. There are a lot of people in the 50s, 60s, and the retirees up here. And so we want to make this place fun for the low handicapper, but also we want to make it fun for the guy that's a high handicapper like me.
And I think a lot of that's just has to do with the land that it sits on. It's on the side of a mountain, and once a ball starts rolling down the mountain, it's really hard to stop it. My favorite hole, I think, was number 11. It was a short par 4. It was probably only 320 from the tee that I played, but it was a great example of kind of choosing your own adventure off the tee. there was all this room left. There was a massive kind of collection area. But if you want to take that easy route to the hole and you want to take the easy drive off the tee, then you're left with this just horribly uncomfortable pitch shot of, 40, 50, 60 yards, somewhere like that. That's just right over this hill. It feels like you got to land the ball right on this downslope. It was another perfect example of like how to make someone physically uncomfortable with a relatively straightforward shot. What did you shoot? I shot 83, and that was only because I had a fantastic front nine. I was super committed on the front to the lines I was taking. I was very hyper specific. Hey, I gotta finish it on this tree. I gotta finish it on this bunker, that kind of stuff. And when you're playing like that, it's super fun. It feels like you're playing a chess match. And as soon as you lose the confidence, or as soon as you hit one in the hazard or whatever, all of a sudden you're just holding on for dear life and you're playing defense for the rest of the round. And that was me on the back nine. You're seeing all the trouble, you're seeing all the things that can go wrong, and things just kind of balloon on you. Things start to move quickly.
Hello? Yeah, man.
What will you remember most about this place? I will remember that one of the guys I played with lost 22 golf balls, which was pretty sick. He was in good spirits about it, but it kind of speaks to playing mountain golf. And so I will say, going around the first time without any hyper specific kind of course knowledge, with a bit of a balky swing, you could be in for a long day. But on the flip side of that, if you are in control of your golf ball, if you're a good player, I can't think of like a more fun place to go put it to the test. I'm dying to go back. If you are planning a road trip, if you're planning a vacation to the area, definitely check it out. I need to finish what I started on the front nine. There's unfinished business at Old Toccoa Farm. Hopefully we can get back and knock that out.